long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
So here's another thing I've observed. As you can see, these are from the collected tweets of Pablo Hidalgo through the years as found on Ichibaca's archives. And one of the things you can expect when Kathleen Kennedy's finally gone is that these two will implement changes at Lucasfilm, not only in policies, but in personnel. And a lot of things that we've grown weary of with the Lucasfilm story group and others is their unprofessional behavior. And the reason why they don't go on X anymore, they go to Blue Skies, but they watch carefully what they say is because they know if they revert back to form, which is their latent preteen boy and girl attitude, they'll get fired. So this tweet was put out by somebody, or X post. Rogue One was better than the sequel trilogy. Now, only a moron would disagree with that. Okay, obvious. The person who liked it and came back and said, agreed, paraphrasing, is none other than the captain of the story group and the person who insists he has nothing to do with anything going on at Lucasfilm. He's not in leadership. He's not. He just goes on X making an ass of himself, or he went on Twitter making an ass of himself and did show up on at Star Wars Celebration on the stage sitting next to Kathleen Kennedy. So his excuses are wide and vast, but horseshit. Okay, so you got this, and then he posts his reply. So what's going on? Now, the next part of this reply is he's kind of poo-pooing it and basically acting like he's doing this to troll YouTubers. May I remind everybody, I don't take money for my work here. Okay, I just love Lucasfilm, and it breaks my heart to see people who have done it so wrong and hurt it so badly still working at the place. So this is Shane, whatever, and Pablo's response. You'd have to be a moron to think that Rogue One wasn't a good movie. It was. You'd have to be a moron to think that the Last Jedi was the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's not. It's garbage. And here he is basically saying that Rogue One was better than The Last Jedi. So why are the story group people now throwing the sequel trilogy under the bus? And really, why hasn't he gone on to defend The Acolyte? He would have been going crazy 5 years ago. In 2018, he'd have been going nuts. All right. Well, what's going on here? Why wouldn't he defend The Last Jedi as hard as he did? And why would he not defend The Acolyte? These are things we need to ask. What's really going on here? And why is the sequel trilogy suddenly being thrown under the bus?
This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. I regret to report that both our Jedi Order and the Republic have fallen. With the dark shadow of the Empire rising to take their place. This message is a warning and a reminder for any surviving Jedi. Trust in the Force. Do not return to the temple. That time has passed. And our future is uncertain. We will each be challenged. Our trust, our faith, our friendships. But we must persevere. And in time, a new hope will emerge. May the Force be with you, always.
Oh, this is a line from the Lego movie. I think it's on the trailer. Luke says to somebody, let me see if I have this right. In your galaxy, my dad is mostly evil until he turns good for like 5 minutes and then dies. My nephew kills all my best friends. I mean, I'm paraphrasing this. And I die alone and die from using the Force too hard. I mean, I'm paraphrasing it, but it's in there. Some people have said, just ignore what Doomcock has said about this, but I think this bears more notice. I think it sends a doctrinal shift in what's going on at Lucasfilm, because if Kennedy was still there, she never would have let this happen. Okay. In fact, one of the things that Leslie Headland did in The Acolyte, she was able to force them to use Kyle Ron's helmet. Okay. No one wanted to see it. No one wanted to. We don't even want to admit it's real. Okay. These are some of the old tweets from 2018 that Hidalgo put out there, just to give you guys an idea of the shift in what's going on now. Kennedy is nowhere to be found. She's probably in the Mediterranean on Malta while her husband films Jurassic World. She might be traveling around Europe with her sister or her daughters or whatever. We don't know. She's just not at Lucasfilm. And you can feel it. You can sense it. You see a shift in the way people who have caused massive amounts of grief for the fans are talking about the things the fans hate the most, sequel trilogy. Not going out in person and defending the Acolyte. And just letting people have their opinion without trying to fight back. I don't know what to think about all this, but I theorize that the end is nigh for Kennedy. And I think what they're doing now is like when I think was it last year, this last winter, January or February, Sparrow said that Kennedy's supporters at Lucasfilm have now just denied her. Right? They're no longer in her corner. They bent the knee to Favreau. That doesn't mean that a lot of them won't be let go when she's gone. He would be crazy not to bring people that are loyal to him in. I wouldn't trust any of them. And there are some who, Rain Roberts unapologetically working on the Trashalight, and, from what we've heard, does not get along with John or Dave. Should she have a job at Lucasfilm? There she is in the middle, the black girl, the token black girl. I think sitting right above, I think that's Carrie Beck. I think. Okay. But these faces are going to change now. This was taken in 2015. And I think you're going to see a lot of changes here because it's just not working out. We've got we've got people who caused trouble with the Acolyte in that picture. We've got people who shoved politically correct shit in our faces. And we've got people who caused trouble with the fans in that picture. And I think there has to be a personnel shift at Lucasfilm that would just only be the smart choice. So I don't know what is happening there. I would like to think that we have a chance now to see Lucasfilm revived. They do need a hit. The fact that the financial guys said out loud to Jon Favreau, this Star Wars is not a profitable franchise right now. Now, Jon Favreau's job is to make it profitable. Okay, that's what his job is. The only way he can do that is to love it. Okay, removing the people who don't love it, removing the activists, removing the unprofessional idiots is the way to do it. Okay, so while there's no basis beyond, again, what do I say? Watch what people do, not what they say. Okay, when you've got a story group guy denying the sequel trilogy, then coming back and saying that, well, I loved that movie, but this was a better movie. You've got a lot going on. Okay, you've got stuff that needs to be paid attention to because it signifies something going on. I don't know if I'm over the target or not, but here we go. There we are. So just thought I would drop this on a Monday afternoon. You guys have a good rest of the day. I'll see you around the galaxy.